Last night, the greatest sprinter of all time bowed out his career in probably the worst way possible. On the final leg of the 4x100 relay in the World Championships, Usain Bolt pulled up within just seconds of starting with a suspected hamstring injury. Despite breaking all those world records and winning all of those gold medals, that is still a pretty rubbish way to end your career. But if you think that's bad, we found 5 people in the world of football who had probably worse endings to their careers than Usain Bolt. Number 1, Jurgen Clough, sent off. Regarded as one of the best defenders of his generation, Clough was an excellent centre-back who was looking to pick up his 11th major trophy with the UEFA Cup final against Feyenoord with Borussia Dortmund in 2002. However, after just half an hour of the game, Clough gave away a penalty by pulling back Danish forward Jon Dahl Tomasson and was shown a straight red card. And if that wasn't bad enough, Dortmund lost 3-2 with Pierre van Hooijdonk netting twice. That's just a rubbish way to go. Number 2, Paolo Maldini. The fans turned on him. A shocking incident when you think about it. Maldini was a legend at Milan, having spent over 2 decades with the club. And in 2009, Maldini played his 900th and final game for Milan against Roma, but he was met with a section of Milanese fans who were just furious at him, and that was due to a long-standing feud. The feud had started back in 2005, after Maldini had called the group of ultras mercenaries and mangy following their angry protests after the Champions League defeat. And fast forward to 2009, and those fans had not forgotten what he'd said, with fans holding up a banner saying, "For your glorious 25-year career, heartfelt thanks from those you branded mercenaries and mangy." They booed Maldini for his lap of honour and then chanted that Franco Baresi was the only true captain at Milan. That really is a grim way to go out. Number 3, Alan Shearer, injury. While he did get to go out for Newcastle against their bitter rival Sunderland in a whopping 4-0 thumping, it was probably not how he wanted to end his career. Shearer revealed that the 05-06 season would be his last before retiring, and everybody had their eyes set on the fond farewell at St James's Park in the final game against Chelsea that season. However, during the game at the Stadium of Light, Shearer stepped up to take a penalty just after the hour mark and obviously fired it home. However, not long after, he was stretchered off and his game, season and career was sadly over. While he did bang in 206 goals and get a testimonial against Celtic, a farewell in a Premier League game at St James's would have been much more special for him. Number 4, Brian Clough, relegated. Shifting gear here to a manager and one of the most shocking and rather sad moments in football. While Forest were pretty terrible during the 92-93 season, and Clough was going through some personal demons, it still was a very sad day to see a great manager and his side go down. Clough had spent over 18 years with Forest, leading them to 12 major honours, including back-to-back European Cup wins. However, following a defeat to Sheffield United in his final home game at the City Ground, he was then treated to watch his side cement their bottom place finish in a 2-1 defeat against Ipswich. Clough retired after the game, and his 28 years in management ended on a very sour note. And number 5, Zinedine Zidane. Still the most shocking World Cup moment of all time, and easily one of the most shocking moments in sport, full stop. Zidane had led France to a World Cup final, and it was his final ever game before retiring. He had been excellent all tournament, and actually looked like he could have a few more years left in him, to be honest. In fact, Zidane actually put the side ahead after 7 minutes following a penalty, which was ironically cancelled out by Marco Materazzi, and we'll get onto him. With the game deadlocked and deep into extra time, France looked like they had more left in them, and Zidane almost scored with a header but was tipped over by Gigi Buffon. And then a few moments later, it happened. After Materazzi pulled Zidane's shirt, the two exchanged a few words, which we're sure that you already know about. Anyway, whatever Materazzi said, Zidane just snapped and unleashed a headbutt that even Shibata would cringe at. Zizou was sent off, Italy beat France in the penalty shootout, and one of the greatest footballers of all time left the game in disgrace. And that's our list. Did we miss anybody out? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to Footy Feed if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.